Basically, what happened was last year I was moving business premises and I was literally just moving 7 doors down the street. So I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. And I thought, in terms of energy suppliers, I've been with Opus for 3.5 years. I'd like to stay loyal to them and probably be easier for a simple transition just to get them to move with me. I could not have been any more wrong, honestly.
So what did your bill say when you opened it?
So there was 2 different bills. Basically, the first bill that I had was from SSE, which had been the previous supplier of my new premises. They sent me a bill for 10 days that was £1,230. And I knew that there was no way that that could actually be right, because I had one handyman with a battery operated drill in there in daylight, in summer. There was no heating. I just thought, oh, for goodness sake. But that was only the beginning of the story.
So then what else? You had a second bill as well.
So basically that was with SSE. So I called them to try and get that fixed, and that took a while. But round the corner, what happened was basically another bill came in from Opus, which was for 4.5 months, and that was for £6,340. And so I had 2 different companies that I was basically dealing with, one for 1,243 or whatever it was, the other one for 6,400. And they were both pointing fingers at each other, and I was basically the piggy in the middle, just trying to get it sorted out. And time just kept going on and on and on. The situation wasn't getting fixed. I started getting final demands. And bearing in mind, at the same time as this, I basically sublet properties to people that are in hair and beauty. And I was dealing with new tenants and I was dealing with refurbishments. And I think the point that gets missed a lot with companies like Opus or SSE is that you do understand as a consumer, whether you're moving house or business premises, you understand as a consumer that there will be mistakes, but it's the amount of time and energy that it actually takes to get those mistakes fixed. I mean, it was 5 months for me. And in the meantime, I was getting final demands from 2 companies. It was ridiculous.
So after you finally picked yourself up off the floor and emptied a few bottles of wine, in that 5-month period, what did you manage to get the bills down to from those huge amounts?
So basically, from the 1,230, I got that one down to £23. So that's pretty significant, obviously. And then I'm still kind of fighting that one, because SSE told me that it was coming down to £23. And then lo and behold, I have an unpaid legal action notice sitting in front of me for £175, which I knew nothing about, which the Times have kindly told me has now been resolved. So that one, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, will be fixed. With Opus, the one that was 6,300, whatever, that came down to £255.
Oh, I mean, Roz, very, very briefly, there is an important message here, isn't there, to people watching and listening, which is check your bills and don't be afraid to question them.
No, absolutely. I mean, for me, I'd like to, learn something. As frustrated and as crazy as I was feeling at the time, I do like to learn something. And what I would say to people for lessons learned is, whether you're leaving business or a home premises, make sure that you take a photograph of your meter reading when you leave the old premises. Make sure you take a photograph of the meter reading when you move to the new premises, and make sure that you submit it to them. I was submitting my meter readings on a regular basis. I'd get an email from Opus saying, we're going to send you a new bill, submit your meter reading here. So I'd text it back to them. Then I would go online, I would put it on their website, and I would still get nonsense back from them. And then to make things even worse, when I called them to fix it, would you believe that the number they had on their website was a premium rate number, and I got charged £70 for the phone call.